Yay, guys! We hit 200 subscribers. Okay, that was messy. We are on our way. Up next is 222 subscribers to start giveaways if before the end of the 222 portal. Better yet, at the end of the 22 portal, which is on its shadow side, I think is on like the 16th. Okay, so we got some time still. Thank you, everyone, for all of your support and energy with this channel. Those likes, subs, comments, and shares help get these messages out, okay? Especially to those who need them at whatever stage of their journey they're in. If you're just beginning your journey, be patient with yourself and always follow your intuition, okay? It is a skeleton key to unlock more of what your higher self needs you to know and your other abilities in this lifetime, no matter what stage of awakening you may be in. If you haven't had that initial spark of awakening yet, as long as you are open to receive, it signals your higher self that you're ready for some evolution, and be patient as things happen in divine timing for the highest good of all. I did want to say a few things, however, regarding the current direction of the channel and some tips and suggestions since the channel hit its 100 subscriber milestone. I've noticed we've needed. Nearly all videos will have evolution and energy maneuvering focused guidance, and I do co-create with the universe, so I am an efficient conduit for the divine for you, especially as new abilities like show up, okay? Not all videos will be messenger lightwork oriented, readings, knowings, channelings, however we word it. We handle things agnostically here as well. Spirit is soul, soul is energy, and energy is fluid. So adaptations of spiritual practice may vary differently for all. And we want to be as comprehensive and all-inclusive here, okay? I personally enjoy learning all the spiritual practices, and it will take time as it's so globally vast, over tens of thousands of years of knowledge to know, right? Not only do I open up to receive assistance from more higher dimensional energy, so my spirit team becomes an army, but my frequency strengthens further, and I can see the consistencies and truths across the board a little easier as well. And maybe be able to delineate and simplify for you guys as well, for those that are having a hard time grasping some things, okay? But I understand folks have particular beliefs that contradict. So if that isn't your bag, that is okay. There are other more messengers out there who resonate for you, okay? Although please, if you're going to come on here to do the whole that's devil's work while getting readings and receiving the Eucharist, please at least acknowledge the hypocrisy behind that, please. You have a generational curse to break and should be focused on that. Dogmatic and catmatic abuse is so rampant, and we need to be aware of how we respond to cultures that are outside the playground, right? This is not an ego-based popularity contest. We are here being of service for our purpose, and there are 8 billion human auras and trillions of other types of auras on the planet. So one person simply cannot cater to everyone every single day. Take what resonates with your energy, externally and internally, and leave the rest, okay? Now, I know a majority of subs here are soul family, amazing readers and teachers and other types of light workers, shamans, witches, advisors, starseeds, indigos, chosen ones, however we label ourselves, right? On this channel, we don't limit ourselves to one way of divination and messenger light work, nor focus solely on karmic situations. Part of my purpose is to assist and spread knowledge, cut through the BS, get down to the nitty gritty, share the things I've learned across the whole journey, which covers not just tapping in to connect with the divine and all things cross-dimensional, but other forms of light work are incorporated too. It's important we all do the inner work to raise our auric frequency. We can't be happy if not in that frequency, and that's what ripples out everywhere. Otherwise, it's an obvious fraud, right? And it's important to do the work. There's been predictions by many amazing light workers as well as scientists, and given what Gaia has been up to and all the research done over the past decade, it's important. Your authentic selves and all of spirit see us wearing those masks. High frequency existence will help the planet transition better. The energy shifts happening will force it and even alter the way we read too, if folks stick to the going by the book type of divination that was developed when we were in the age of Pisces. Now, karmic situations can be helpful to know about. so we can work around the energy or through the energy for our highest and greatest, most loving good. But not everyone needs that at the moment. Some have ascended after doing the karmic cleanout. We may tap into some of that energy for frame of reference and to see what lessons or tests may be resurfacing, but we don't focus solely on it as there's so many other energies tapped into the channel every week. And Spirit is having me try to tap into as many as possible as the energy changes and shifts and moves around, okay? Plus, what we choose to focus our energy on comes back. That's what you manifest. If you're feeding that troll, you will struggle to heal because he a bugaboo. Aren't they all, right? I do want to focus more on the guidance when it comes to pulling, basically getting the skinny from your higher selves about how to further ascend or work through the situation at hand, or what's up with your journey at the moment for whatever y'all are trying to manifest in the tangible. Everything that happens in the physical starts in the spiritual after all. It's energy. Usually the funky comments that I get are deleted and ignored, and it's really just a projection of an unhealed person, so I get that. And no, I see a couple of former personal energies spying on the channel, some innocently, such as some family members. Hi, love you guys. But others nefariously for selfish reasons. Yes, I see you. The energy comes through and reads. You can't hide. It's like, you just can't. Not going to call y'all out. Stick around. I hope you learn something from whatever comes through. Maybe those who have passed will put through a message to give to you and give you some peace or guidance or something, okay? Or any of the guidance can help you to heal. I do hope you heal. You know, there's a lot of good stuff on the channel. Take advantage, okay? Your frequencies certainly do not feel good, and it detracts true, reliable abundance. So I do hope healing is a thing going on right now, okay? Like, please, pretty please. Besides, you too are part of the greater good, and anything we do to heal aurically affects everyone, right? Okay. Some of our auras stretch out to 10 feet when not activated. Most people, it's 3 to 5 feet, so we can do a lot. Imagine transmuting energy just by walking around naturally, invoking the violet flame, because your aura is that high vibe enough, it automatically does it at that frequency. Wow, right? It will feel miraculous after shifting negative vibes to positive like that. Now imagine all 8 billion of us on the planet did that. Unlikely, pipe dreams, I know. But just imagine what we could do if mankind took off the rose-colored glasses and evolved like that. After seeing what Gaia has been up to in the past year or so with activity tripling, you know, whether it be volcanoes or earthquakes or whatever, more dark nights are on the way and a whole lot of wake-ups, more so than I'm sure was originally planned, okay? The universe is switching it up. Pay attention to how the energy responds for you. Move accordingly. Heal whatever you can, whenever you can, in a pace that you're comfortable with, and manifest great things, okay? I'm rooting for all of us. After all, I don't want Mother Gaia to kick us out of the house to another planet or another lifetime simply because we refuse to grow up. She's a gorgeous place to live, and we are taking her for granted with our Hunger Games down here. That's what I call it, Hunger Games. Another thing, your higher self is way smarter than your ego. So don't limit yourself out of pride, okay? That's like shooting yourself in the foot. Get out of that glass house, put the rocks down, and rise like a phoenix. Your journey is curated by your higher self from the moment you were conceived, and some even argue before that, okay? And for purposes of gaining true abundance, learning, growing, evolving. And chances are, if you're coming to Messenger Lightworkers, or any type, there are many, here on YouTube for high frequency vibrational evolution, and to come into purpose to assist all types of auras on this planet, not just living humans, consider readings as well as anything else you expose yourself to be an opportunity to practice your intuition, your clair development, and positive manifestation, not just for guidance, okay? Guidance, confirmation, learning, or insight. You know, that's an opportunity to really, really, truly grow with practice, right? If you're connecting with your higher self, you should be able to discern if a reading, message, or topic is for you, or even part of it, within a few minutes. Don't make it fit. You will manifest whatever you put your energy into. Your higher self will communicate to you in so many ways. And remember, you will have a unique journey to everyone else. We as higher selves are not incarnating into vessels to be carbon copies of one another. We are here to learn and experience new things in previous lives, even if that means redoing an assignment from a past life we were unsuccessful with. Okay? And remember, collective readings are general. These are not personals, and your exact story may never be there, but bits and pieces will be. Okay? And you will know what those are if you're tapped in. Personal readings are helpful if you want to get knee deep into it, as well as paying attention to other readers as well, or just pulling your own cards or divination tools, whatever you like using, whatever you feel guided to. Show your gratitude and support. Energy work for a collective does take a toll on a person, and those who offer any free service are doing so to help the greater good do important self work, okay? Liking, commenting, and subscribing are free and an easy way to support readers you listen to, as it boosts them through algorithms and gets the message out to others who may need it as well, okay? Also, that gives you a little good karma boost, by the way. That's some karma brownie points for the universe, okay? For something else that you might want. So put out that good vibe, all right? Your astrological birth chart or natal chart will be a helpful tool as well. Your higher self had you incarnate in your vessel at a specific time and place as a mapping for your life's lessons and to-dos. Keep in mind the energetic differences between sidereal, Vedic, tropical, and all the other astrologies. They are all valid, and they cover the myriad ways energy is fluid and help identify where your higher self wants you to go. Consider it a blueprint, a mapping, if you will. Now, I know it's hard and complex for all the placements and houses and squares and trines and etc. Okay? So keep it simple until you're ready for more, all right? I'm still learning myself as I go along. Start by focusing on your sun, moon, and rising, because that seems to be consistent with readers, okay? As well as any of the synchronicities and triple or quadruple confirmations will be more obvious as time goes on as well, okay? And follow whatever other placement applies to what's going on in your life at the moment, okay? Any that may be affected by moon phases, retrogrades, portals, and the like, or any referenced with a reading you even partially resonate with. Readers will put certain intentional energy into a reading to get it more focused on particular types of energies. So remember also, everything that happens in a reading happens for a reason too. It's all beautifully synchronized in a way, to get you to pay attention to what you need to know. Your higher self will guide you to it. So, for example, if you're focused on relationships, Venus is a placement to follow, okay? Work, career would be part of fortune, Jupiter, Saturn, and placements like that. If you're working through healing wounds and dealing with karmic situations, people, and things as lessons, your South Node, your Chiron, Mars, Pluto, rising, ascendant may be helpful. If you're going through an awakening, your North Node, Moon, your Moon, Uranus, Saturn, Neptune, pretty much all the outer planets will be helpful. Just all of them. Just say all of them, okay? Will be helpful. And of course, you have all the house placements too that do different things. That is what area of life the energy sits in the 3D: home, work, relationship, body, spiritual, etc. What's highly aspected may be good to start to know as well. Any sign 20 degrees or higher in your chart, wherever it is. That way you can identify yourself better in readings that are general, as well as the energies around you, so you don't frustrate yourself with confusion and illusion. It may be helpful to know those details of energies you're around frequently in your aura as well, or at least the gist, okay? I know it's a lot, but remember, you aren't the only Aries or Taurus or Pisces or Gemini or Leo or etc. These channels are global, and whenever a person is guided to them is when they're meant to see it, okay? Timing is fluid. So don't get yourself mixed up in someone else's story without vetting the piss out of it, all right? I go with the reader's assessment always because they get energetic messages alongside pulling cards. So it's more than just knowing the meanings, right? But also cues from their clairs that they have. So keep in mind your identifiers as well. It is easy to confuse yourself if you get too linear with the process or put too much energy into a reading that may not actually be for you at all, right? And we want to manifest wisely, all right? And as always, before making big medical or legal decisions or any other type of decision that requires a professional, seek professional guidance, licensed, professional, bonded, insured, etc., 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 licensed. Okay, guidance. All right. Let's see, what else did I need to say? Additionally, okay, if you are feeling the energy around you feels consistent and hasn't moved, retrogrades and moon phases don't affect you as much as they did, for example. Sidereal astrology examines fixed energy, and you may want to follow that, okay? As Salvador of Eat, Read, Love says in his amazing Pinoy accent, love this guy. This is sidereal astrology. Stop moving my planets. He's too cute. So, but most start with tropical or Western because it's more mutable and common, right? But of course, there's also Native American, Celtic, Chinese, and many other astrologies out there as well. Follow the ones you resonate with. Sometimes you have a past life connection for a particular purpose in this life, and sometimes it's something passed down genetically that you might connect with as a birthright, right? So it all helps you try and figure all that out, okay? I personally put the intention in for all astrologies to be most flexible with the energy, okay? And I'll try and include as many of those animals as possible because I know that's a thing, all right? You can easily find out your natals on sites like Cafe Astrology for free, and there is a myriad amount of apps available for free as well, okay? Make sure you do the work so you know how to move accordingly with energy shifts, moon phases, retrogrades, the energies around you, who, mind you, won't be aware of the shifts ahead of time and may not be doing the work, right? Let's see what else. Oh, yeah. I've been enjoying tapping into general circumstances with guidance for all the signs, but I may be switching up the astrological dice to ID who in the collective and just go sign to sign from time to time. Instead, it just really depends on my week and my energy, okay? I mean, I love doing it randomly, but currently it's like pulling teeth getting the last few signs out so everyone gets a turn, and it's become energetically exhausting doing it if Spirit wants me using that many guidance decks as well. So I want it to be as comprehensive as possible. So I may switch it up just to kind of go easy on the energy, all right? I am still awakening with you guys, so be gentle and patient and grateful, all right? I am merely a conduit of service to the greater good, so bear with. That triggers any greed, pity party, Karen-esque, or other toxic behavior. This would be an excellent time to work on those shadows. And you are so welcome to use any tools here. And I'm happy to have been that trigger for you because now you know, right? That may have been something that went unnoticed until now, and it's an easy fix, you know? We're not mad at you. Just do the work, right? Check out the playlist, loads of goodies there, not just readings, polls, and meditations are also helpful videos from everywhere that I've learned from, okay? I also do want to continue checking in the energies surrounding moon phases, portals, retrogrades, and the like. However, doing them individually is a lot of work and super draining. After all, I think we have like over 24 moon phases, over 14 portals, and at least a dozen or so retrogrades every year. Oof. So multiply that by like 6 hours for research, recording, and uploading, and it can be, that's a lot. That's a lot. So I thought maybe come spring equinox or maybe do it monthly or something, I could group them together in one reading and continue to pull guidance on it for you guys in one reading, right? I'll see what I may have time and energy for. Spring is upon us and there's much earthy work to do right now. And with the garden series, it may have to take a backseat for now. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I will also do more in-depth guidance-oriented readings, like the Aries to Pisces or by element or quadruplicity, for example, based on what energies popped up from the generals in the beginning of the week to get more of an idea of what the energy is like for many of you as possible for that week. There won't be any fortune telling or IDing of circumstance unless Spirit guides me to do it. Really just depends on what we're looking into, right? It's more focused on the spiritual healing and evolution and, how Taroland drama is going. Although it is good for frame of reference and identifying whose circumstances it is as well as navigating around it. But no, it's not a primary focus on this channel. We use all sorts of tools on this channel. So if something does trigger you, it always will. That is your ego superseding your spiritual growth, disassociating and bypassing you, and is your cue to heal. And if you hear that cat in the background, that's just Spidey, my familiar, who I will introduce at some point if he ever decides to actually come on camera. He's being very needy right now. All right? He probably feels like we all abandoned him. That happens. All right. So if something triggers you, it always will with anyone living authentically. That is your ego superseding your spiritual growth, disassociating and bypassing you, and it is your cue to heal. Remember, triggers expose the wounds that you get to heal, okay? Louder for the folks in the back of the room. Triggers expose the wounds that you get to heal, okay? When you heal your wounds, your vibration raises, your aura optimizes, you get more tapped into your superpowers, match the frequency of your birthright, and manifest abundance in the best way for you that is real, honest, safe, protected from external ne'er-do-wells, and ultimately for the highest good. There's no putting on airs, no masks, no sad clown, no fraudulence, no conditions with love, just pure divinity, okay? So for those wondering what I do as far as practices, I have an automatic response in place with practices I do off camera, okay? This room is always cleansed and protected constantly, so it's not usually an issue to transmute and return energy. That's just not meant for the channel, right? Okay? We won't ever justify the existence of negativity on the channel, however, or feed the trolls. If you see any inappropriate comments, please flag them, as it helps me see them quicker and can handle from the back end. YouTube, with its 2-app method that doesn't have the same platform set up across multiple devices, is a bit challenging. I'm trying to be more flexible and not create a bunch of guidelines unless absolutely necessary, and it's luckily not to the point where I need help with moderation, but if anyone is interested in moderating and has experience, hit me up. If you are truly enlightened, expressing gratitude and aiming for peace and unconditional love, how you treat others will reflect that because we're mirrors of one another. Our energy is the most valuable currency, and we must remember to stop giving our power away needlessly, right? Let me see if there's anything else. I took some notes here. Oh yeah, I will be expanding as I feel guided to include more animal signs and syncs out there as they pop up. And the garden series is on its way as we head into spring, getting closer on that. We have someone coming this week or next to assemble the greenhouse. And sometime after that, the barn owl nesting boxes go up as well. I'm excited for that. Hoping we can get cameras with that one. I may be able to share that on the channel as well. As an animal and plant empath, I also feel compelled to share knowledge on that as well, and I'll do that as I go. I can really only comment on what I've learned or experienced in my current environment and from previous businesses and hobby pursuits. The animal spirit meanings are just as complex and vast as learning astrologies, so I'm going to do a slow, simple approach on that. I will include details in the description boxes as need be, okay? I'm also going to explore something Spirit has been guiding me to explore for a good year and a half now. What I'm simply calling environmental light work, only because I don't know what else to call it, as it covers a few categories of light work, maybe even several, but really focusing more on healing stagnant and stuck low vibe paranormal oriented energy with regards to locations or areas or property, and teaching others how to energetically manage their space instead of feeding into the energy with fear, as I have seen be the biggest issue. It really runs the gamut, so I have to play and work with it. There's a variety of energies to be able to discern what's going on, especially around globally. It's all different based on cultures too. I have had experience with a couple shadow figures and helping them transition, along with apparitions, both animal and human. I see orbs with the naked eye now. That's interesting. I also sense clairsentiently energy and other energies already, but still, learning how to really work the energy around it in the most effective, safest, respectful, and Zen-like transitional manner, as well as being able to assess whether or not it's akashically responsible. Because there's that too. I don't want to earn any bad karma, right? Only good karma, no bad karma. So I've been in troubleshooting mode, taking along energies of others in various frequencies to see what happens and gets attracted or not, right? And sometimes it's other people's energy that turns it away too. I've been able to gain connection with higher dimensional energies, which does help, but I may not need it as my vibration raises. Apparently, I have an ascended master past life, so it's a birthright. I just haven't figured the particulars, so to speak. I do have local plans in my very expensive tourist town, since I do live in an area with a lot of activity due to its history, and see what the energy is doing where I'm at, so I get an in-person experience, okay, and develop a bit more as well. And I will be able to incorporate a bit more healing tools as well, but not sure how often I can record that or what I'll catch when I'm out. I may have to plan longer stays, I'm thinking, but I will simply just record my experiences as I go. I may elect to put them up publicly on YouTube or at least privately and release them exclusive to another aspect of the platform, like a subscription service or something, okay? It just really depends on what's been captured. It may also be helpful to show the process of working with the energy, which is something I rarely see with these ghost hunters. I just see them provoking the energy and having them do parlor tricks to capture on camera. But the ones that at least humanize these energies so their stories go out, even if they can't help them any other way, I do respect. I'm still piecing that all together. I do know once I post anything like that publicly, it typically goes viral, and usually you get a lot of gang stalking and ego-based harassment in the process, which is not an energy I want to attract or even manage with the collective with this channel, simply because it's inconvenient and vampiric, okay? And I do have to manage the energy and make sure it's clear for you guys as well. So I'll have to figure that out when it comes time. It'll seemingly get random here for a while, okay? But if I feel guided for anything else, I'll share that as well. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I know a majority of the subscriber soul fam here are already tapped in, tuned in, and in purpose, doing whatever light work is being done. Whether y'all be readers, healers, teachers, witches, shamans, etc. Or if you're just working through your awakening, okay, and healing and trying to figure out what's going on with you, all right? I know there's some who are new to their journey, or this may be their first or second or third video on this channel seen. So all I can say is, welcome, welcome, welcome. Be patient with yourselves. Spend more time listening, especially with that intuition. Express gratitude so you raise your vibration, because that's that's a manifestation hack right there. And do other high vibe practices. Do the work, the inner work, okay? And discover your superpowers. And when you are ready to tackle those inner childhood wounds, shadows, fears, and so on, do so, okay? Just when you're ready, though. The higher your vibe raises, the easier it will be to tackle or address the heavier stuff as time goes on. I have noticed that is a drastic improvement. For sure. Start with healing your own energy and raising your vibration, and of course, checking your energetic space at home as well. There's a lot of clearing practices that can be done in so many ways. You're listening to one right now. It's by Meditative Mind, I think, did this one. Hold on a sec. I'm going to sneak around here. Yep, Meditative Mind. It's the all 9 solfeggio frequencies, full body aura cleanse, and cell regeneration therapy. But it works for space too. And it's calming and nice. I actually sleep to this one. It's a good one. Okay. Let's see what else. Yes, start healing your own energy and raising your vibration and try to be sovereign and independent about it so you take your power back, okay? And don't get stuck in a codependency spiral with any healers or teachers or gurus or anyone around you for that matter. It's sort of like a self imposed reverse nightingale effect, if you will. And that's how cults are made. And I've even seen that with mental health practitioners too. Hermit mode is going to be hugely helpful for you, even if it's just an overnight or a weekend, and not necessarily like weeks and weeks or months and months, but you may need weeks or weeks or months and months. Okay, so you might want to consider. Um, it really depends on y'all's circumstance. If you can afford to live by yourself for a while and disconnect from as many energies as possible, just maybe the ones that help you pay the bills, okay? That would be extremely helpful, okay, at this time, all right? I know the beginning is the roughest, but it's amazing once you get to that elevated state of ascension, for sure. The unknown truly is a sexy thing, and I love it. If you've ever visited the 5D, there is no words to really do it justice, as it has such a powerful, uplifting effect. You feel, you smell, you sense what peace is like. You're like, it's temperature. Like, it's crazy. And it's reward for existing in the highest frequency of unconditional love, no less. It's a feeling you wish everyone could know so intimately. So, for those wanting to try it, look for the 5D Journey meditation in the playlist, okay? I believe it's in the general one. But for it to work, your frequency has to be, if I recall what other teachers have mentioned, like maybe higher than the miracle tone of nature, which is 432 hertz, I think, okay? If you're benefiting from a Merkaba activation, you should be fine with that, okay? Stick around, so much more to come. If anything new, I will also include that in the About section, description boxes, community board, playlist, or wherever makes sense for it. If you guys think of any type of reading or topic or tool method you'd like to see more of an example of or get more guidance from, let me know. I'm always hunting for new tools every month off the wish list for the channel and just kind of shopping intuitively and based on what energies do pop up or the seasons coming down the pipeline at the moment. I'll also start probably doing more polls too for which tools you guys like. So see the reviews playlist, that the deck and tool reviews playlist. They should all be there minus the dice and most of the books. And check the community board often. I will also do a video anyway when one goes up. I know the board, unless you're checking it often, can get flooded and things can get lost on the timeline. And if you do have tool suggestions to check out that I should check out, maybe add to the wish list for the channel for donations or for when I do collective shopping, comment down below, okay? Doesn't matter if they're decks or books or supplies for any other scrying method or helpful things for our display or energy clearing supplies. If you have any suggestions, comment, okay? Anything that you think would help the collective on the channel. Oh yeah. Also comment below if you'd like more intention targeted readings, if you're going through a particular stage of awakening or would like to look into an aspect of work, love, or life, or wherever you are in the journey that is in alignment with spirit for your personal evolution, okay? I do want to make sure we cover as many aspects of what folks are experiencing and growing around so it's the most helpful. I also wanted to express my gratitude for everyone's support on the channel. I am so grateful for the attention this channel has gotten over the past 10 months and so happy it has helped so many people. I'm like in awe still of the attention. When I started, I figured I'd be lucky to get no more than 20 subs within a year. And by the end of the first month, it hit 30. It's been a long road, and I was too scared to start it a year earlier when Spirit was guiding me in that direction. I've come a long way with overcoming some fears for sure. Granted, I still have a long ways to go. You won't see my face publicly for a while. But I may do a live. I may feel brave enough for that, okay, at some point. I do have to make sure that I can do it here. There's a lot of noise, and my time zone is a bit off from everyone else, so I'll have to figure that one out at some point. But I'm no longer insecure about my voice, and I'm feeling much braver about sharing what most would consider cray-cray, things that have been extremely personal, intimate, and vulnerable for me. or where trust has just been an issue, which is something I've carried over from ancestors and past lives for sure, and has been cycling its rounds around this lifetime in many forms. Much more in my power now, and much more free flowing with tapping in many ways I've become enlightened to over the past couple years as well. And I'm really grateful to have met soul family that understands and has those personal experiences too. These are things I would never find in some university library textbook unless it came with some form of dogmatic bias. So to be able to share those experiences and in a much more learned way and sensitive way has been so enlightening on so many levels. So thank you all for giving me that opportunity and giving me the gift of your energy to tap into and do that practice, all while being in purpose for the greater good and chiming in with confirmation that these knowings, channelings, these guidances are connecting with you in some way, shape, or form. The comments really do assist me with keeping going and knowing that I'm tapping in particular gifts and which ones to spend more time developing as well. I am super appreciative for that. So thank you, everyone. Y'all rock. Love you guys. I'll see you on the flip side. Bye.